So this container's got its first coat on there already, and I'm about to put on the second coat. I used limestone. I'm just putting a second coat on the bottom here, and you'll notice that I sped this up for you and I cut a little bit out because it's boring. So I just put a complete second coat on the little stand part there. And then I was letting that dry. I came in and I started to do a dry brush with the white fusion mineral paint. You just put a tiny little bit on your brush, wipe most of it off on a paper towel, and then you wisp it along in short little strokes. You just kind of build it up along the upper part of the container, and I wanted some of the gray to show through on mine. Right here you can see there's some dabs between the candlestick and the upper container. If you have caulking, just caulk around it. That would be the easiest method to fix it. Unfortunately for me, I didn't have any. So after I was done this, I ended up going back in and sanding that off, those little bits off, and repainting it. Just because I'm fussy, you don't have to do that. Nobody's going to see it anyway. And then just finish doing it first with the white, and then I let that dry, and I won't show you, but I went in afterwards and I did exactly the same thing with the cream. So before taking this video, I went outside and I took a couple pictures of our yard. And I'll add them so that you see why I'm using faux flowers for spring. Here's our pot that we've finished from the dollar store. And what I've bought to go with it is just a dollar store clay pot and some fake flowers, ribbon, and some moss. Okay, so I'll get busy. We'll get busy right now and start putting these together. So the first thing I wanted to do is we'll take just a clay pot. Now, what I recommend you doing if you live in a better climate than where I am is you would just put a clay pot, or even, and then you'll buy the pre-potted bulbs. You know, ones that come in the little plastic lands, and you'll just stick them in and decorate it, okay? I don't have them available up here yet. It's the first week of March, and we won't see them for about another month, okay? But I was able to find these fantastic looking faux ones, and so I am going to use them, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to start by just taking some paper up and stick it in here for my lower bulb. And then I know that these are going to be a little too wide for my pot, so I'm going to put one a little bit higher than the other because I don't want to ruin them. Okay, so I'm going to put one like that. Okay. So after I get that done, I'll take some more paper. This here is just the paper you get at Home Goods or Home Goods in the States when they're wrapping up something for you. want to cover the top of it. Some of these very messy reindeer moss, just from the dollar store, or Dollar Tree, I mean. I'll stick that in above here. I'll just fill in the top of the pot. There. Now we've got our flowers done. So a few years ago now, I guess, I had made some really cool lanterns where I took with real flowers and I planted alyssums around the outside and lobelia. And then I put a lantern on top for in the garden. It was really pretty. So I'm doing this kind of the same way. Same general idea in mind. Again, but I'm going to use some fake, or I guess some faux angel's breath. This was not, I didn't find this at the dollar store, although I'm sure they have it sometimes. They won't have it here yet. So I'm not going to cut mine. Instead, I'm going to work it in around so I can save the stems for in a vase later on. Is the length of this green satin ribbon. Okay, I'm gonna just tie it around the back here. After the video was over, I went back in and I tucked in that baby's breath a little bit, and I'm not 100% sure you even need to use it. I have it, so I put it in mine, but check it out. You might not need to buy any for yours. Without, and here's mine with. Happy crafting.